Yo, what's up YouTube? Just wanted to make this video today on this Glock 17C Gen 3. Hoping you guys could help me out with this. So I picked this thing up brand new 2 weeks ago here in SoCal at Turner's. And I pick it up, wait the 10 days, whatever, freaking California. I come home, I take the gun apart. I noticed that it's super dry. It didn't have a single drop of oil. I think I even took a video on it. It didn't have a single drop of oil. So I look in the user handbook. It tells you to put a drop of oil on the slide rail on the left, on the right side, a little bit on the barrel, and boom, we're good to go, right? So anyways, I do that. No biggie. It's happened to other guns. So I actually took it out to the range Saturday morning, 2 days ago, and I went out there with my wife. This is actually her nightstand gun, and so she puts the first magazine in. She shoots. It shoots just fine. Runs through it. Puts the second magazine in, and 2-3 shots in, we have our first malfunction, where I believe it was a failure to feed. Yeah, failure to feed. So no biggie. She clears the malfunction. She continues shooting. And it happens to her two more times after that. So she has a total of 3 malfunctions. So I asked her to, let me see the gun. Maybe you're limp wristing. Maybe you don't have a good grip on the gun. Whatever. She does have carpal tunnel, so I immediately jump to that conclusion. So I use the gun, and yeah, same thing. Well, I ran through maybe 1 or 2 magazines, and it ran just fine. But then after, I myself, maybe like, I don't know, 30-40 rounds later, I have 2 malfunctions myself, where it's either failure to eject or failure to feed. I think I had the failure to eject and my wife had the failure to feed. So I had 2 failure to eject and she had 3 failure to feed. I think that's how it was. So I guess my question is, has anybody else had this issue with this Glock? Me being a first time Glock owner, you always hear that these things are as reliable as it gets. Yeah, you don't get all the features that come with the more modern guns. But you get the reliability. I guess that wasn't my experience. Makes me feel a little uneasy about it because this is going to be my wife's home defense gun. Her nightstand gun, if you will. But, makes me a little bit nervous knowing that we had 5 malfunctions and we really only shot like, I want to say somewhere between 120 to 150 rounds or so. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe there's something wrong with the magazines. I don't know if there's something you guys could see here. I don't think so, but again, I've never owned a Glock or Glock magazines. I will tell you this, these things do suck to load. So I'm glad they included this thing in there. But anyways, I don't see anything wrong with the magazines. The gun was well lubricated. The other thing is the ammo, which I do have a bad habit, or at least had, I won't be doing this anymore, of throwing all my ammo in this plastic ammo box. And I mean, like, I had like 5 different brands of ammo in that box, mixed with 115 grain, 124 grain, you name it. Just random ammo. I won't be doing that anymore, but it was a habit of mine. Luckily, I finished it. Sorry. Anyways, I had a call coming in. Luckily, I finished the ammo, and then from now on, I'll only be putting 1 brand and 1 grain of ammo in that box. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking, maybe it was the ammo. Maybe it picked up a brand that it didn't like. Maybe 115 grain isn't meant to be used with this type of gun. But I don't know, because Saturday I also took my PX4 Storm and it ran through pretty much the same ammo that this thing ran through, and it ran just fine. Now, I know that this has a compensator mounted at the end of the barrel after the gun, so I know it's not the same thing. But, I mean, this thing ran through everything just fine. And this gun has gone through about, without exaggerating, I probably put about 6,000 rounds through this gun with 0 malfunctions. And this one, with about 150 rounds, it already had 5. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm not a know-it-all. I really, I just want to see if any of you guys have any suggestions, any recommendations. Maybe there's a certain brand of ammo that I need to stick to. Maybe I did something wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very open to your suggestions. And I don't know, hopefully we get to the bottom of this. Why did I have 5 malfunctions? Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I doubt it. I mean, 5 malfunctions in maybe 100 at max 150 rounds. I think that's too much, considering that this is gonna be my wife's nightstand gun. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If anybody else has had this issue, what you guys recommend. It's weird because I don't see too many videos of the 17C on YouTube. There's very few people that actually have videos about it. And a lot of people seem to think that this thing is actually discontinued. I mean, it might be discontinued in other states, but as you guys know, here in California, we have the roster. We're limited to these Gen 3 Glocks. But yeah, they're still making them here, compensated. And like I said, this is the first Glock that I've owned, but not the first Glock that I've shot. I've used a Gen 5 Glock 17. I shot that in Vegas. The Glock 44. Glock 44, yeah, that's the 22 LR Glock. That one ran fine. My buddy, I don't know, maybe like earlier this year in January, he had his Glock 43X, which I also shot, and it ran just fine. So, I have no complaints about Glocks. They shoot very neutral. They're good guns, but I guess what's tripping me out is that they're supposed to be reliable, and I didn't have any reliability issues with the other guns I use, but for whatever reason, I did with this one. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I doubt it. But if anybody else has had this issue, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.